All right, everybody, welcome back yet again to more StarLadder content. In case you guys missed our very first map between these two teams, it was Complexity who took it, and the final score was, I believe, 16-12. Got a little bit scary there for Complexity towards the end. They had a hard time closing it out. They let Winterfox get 3 rounds at 15 for Complexity. But either way, Complexity seemed pretty solid on their CT side, and now we're moving into their pick, which is going to be Cobblestone. Reminder, I am Bach, and my co-caster for this evening is going to be Hano. And based on what we saw from Complexity, they seemed a little bit tighter as a team, and we kind of predicted that because of the roster changes that have occurred for Winterfox over the last couple of weeks and months. They may be not as fluid or dynamic as a team, a little bit more one-dimensional and standard, whereas Complexity can throw a few hats or a few tricks at their opponent, and they can catch them off guard, and it seemed to work out nicely. So as a player, how do you see this panning out here with Cobblestone? You know, kind of another map like Cash where it's not necessarily too heavily sided in one direction.
I think the B platform is going to be a high point of contention where the Winterfox needs to get as many picks as they can coming out on that platform. If Anger can kind of work that a little bit and get a lot of entries, they might be able to pick up a few rounds on the T side, but I don't think that they're going to swing towards A as often because you need to have a little bit more of an execute coming on that side. So if they can have something go on that platform and then do a little bit of magic or work their magic a little bit and see what's going on, but Complexity, they're going to have SEMPHIS offing the back of that, I assume. Roca holding it down as well, and as we saw from Roca on the CT side, he's doing really good job of just getting those frags and getting like 2 or 3 Ks at the same time, so Roca's probably going to be playing that site, or maybe they'll swing him over at A. But SEMPHIS, let's see if we can pick up a few more frags with the op. Xp3 definitely won the duels, coming out on Cat, facing SEMPHIS with the op. So Xp3, and he ended up with maybe 26 kills or something like that.
To be perfectly honest, I don't remember. One thing I want to see happen here for both teams is drop control. You know, a lot of people don't really realize drop on this map is more of a real mid than mid is. So you have mid, which really only goes to the A site. It's not really a true mid. Like, if you look at other maps, mid splits the map in half and goes in both directions. You don't really have that with the mid that we refer to as mid on Cobble. Those double doors, it's not even double doors anymore, it's single doors. That section only goes to A. Whereas drop, you have control of connector, which gives you control of potentially A and B. So what I'd really like to see from both teams is sending players drop and using that also as a fake. It's a really common position for a lurk role. I would maybe anticipate seeing Roca fulfill that role, coming in to drop on the T side, kind of playing the late play if he's not doing the entry fragger role. And then on the T side, or on the side for Winterfox, probably going to be Anger or LeX that are fulfilling that role. But I want to see a lot of emphasis on drop room. It's a huge part of the map. We're going to be watching the knife round right now as both teams, you know, you kind of wonder, what are you going to start on here? And it comes down to sancz and desi, the 1v1. Desi ends up coming out on top, so we'll see. What are they going to choose to do? They're going to stay, so not really too much of a surprise. They're opting to go for the T side on the sort of T-sided Cobblestone.
I like the pick, definitely. I think that they need to work some entries, but you're right. So Cobble, there's a lot of long rotates, but they're also risky as well. If you're coming from the CT side, if you want to try to flank behind them, it's quite risky to flank all the way through mid, come back behind them out of the B halls. So not many players do it, but at the same time, if you're trying to rotate into A from B site, that choke point is just so tight, and if the T side team already has full control of A site, CTs have the huge job to come through both just the door, the single door, and also above in heaven as well. And it becomes extremely difficult. But Roca, huge frags coming out and stuff, Toronto.
Roca goes huge there, pushing long. He actually hatches a grenade very early on, and this just taps 2 very quickly. It was 2 kills on 3 bullets. Valens is going to smoke push his way through mid, and he could actually potentially catch the bomb off guard here as it's Desi trying to retreat for it. Automatic spots 1. Desi gets spotted, and this round has really fallen apart here. It's on LeX and Desi to try and make something happen. LeX in the back of sight, and he might be able to catch automatic off guard, and he does. Meanwhile, he's got Desi working with the bomb over towards long. Little does he know, Valens on the lurk, coming up from the stairs. A duel about to occur in mid here. It's going to be LeX versus sancz, and bye-bye! It's sancz, but the one tap on LeX. Bomb going to be planted here, so not exactly the biggest loss, but Desi does have that Tech 9 armor. not going to be a factor today. Obviously, the headshot not really going to make a difference whether or not you have that body armor or not. Complexity start off with the pistol round win yet again, but last time this happened, it was Winterfox who fired right back with the eco round win on their T side. And we'll see if they can do it here again. Will lightning strike twice for the side of Winterfox?
CT team should be picking up a lot of FAMAs here. I don't think they'll pick up any SMGs. Maybe Valens, because he loves those SMGs. So he is. Valens is going to take the PP Bison, and it's good against people who do not have armor. And the T-side team decides to go for a quick, really quick here, mid. And he's going to go right up actually through, and they're just going to push right directly.
He's going to get one. Second, looking for a third. He's going to find it. He's got to be careful as LeX is just charging up right now. LeX gets into a smoke dance here with these players, goes down to autimatic. Xp3, LMS with the block. He's actually going to get a kill onto Valens as Valens gets a little bit lost on the edge of that smoke. And I'm sure Xp3 and his teammates are giggling about that one. But they're not laughing about the fact that they just lost yet another round here to Complexity. And now it's going to be 2-0, potentially moving into it. Yes, they're going to buy up here. So they go for that save because they got the bomb plant. And they're going to buy up here and try to catch Complexity off guard. And it might be the perfect opportunity. A FAMAS, an MP7, and a 5.7 still in play here. Actually, an MP9 on automatic. So those guns still in play could easily get outgunned by these AK-47s. It's going to be Winterfox trying to make a play towards the B site. They've got sancz and autimatic both very close to broken wall. It's a pretty heavy stack towards B. They've got valens in drop room. He's going to have to move over towards window if he wants to keep his head. sancz creeping up on that smoke, sitting with a molly, just going to jiggle peek and toss it. He's waiting. He's trying to buy time. There you go. He throws it back deep. Tries to force that player out of position. Gets spotted. Eats quite a bit of damage. He goes for the smoke or actually the flash around the corner. Doesn't work out, but automatic peeking gets one. Puts a lot of damage down onto desi as well. So desi dropped down to 30 HP. With a man behind Fountain, that's going to be sancz. sancz spraying away here, but roca comes in with the support. He's back towards the chicken coop. Not going to get anything besides that one kill. Still looking for desi is going to be sancz. Bobbing and weaving behind this statue. Looking for that player with low HP. Down he goes. Meanwhile, in drop, that was going to be Valens who had to come up big. And SEMPHIS with the AWP versus Anger. Two former teammates. Will they be able to sniff each other out? It's Anger who wins it. Winterfox win the force buy. And they could potentially cripple the money here on the CT side.
It was surprising to see SEMPHIS actually play A solo with the op, and he went through the aggressive peak, didn't see anything at all, and they could just push 4 players, the Complexity team, over on the B site, but regardless of the stack, they weren't able to take it down. So we're going to see 2 Mag 7s here coming up for the CT team, and they're likely going to play drop with these Mag 7s, a good position to play that in. You can just kind of blast them with the old swag, and the CT team is going to set up for a 2-3 setup instead, while the T side team is going to go. Roca picks up an early entry.
And roca gets that early kill that drops immediately, so now SEMPHIS the only man on A. He's got a deagle and he's up close. Meanwhile on drop, it's Valens, and he's jumping, trying to spot out Anger. Almost eats that flash, but he doesn't, and a great headshot from Valens, and the AK falls as well. And that is going to be absolutely massive as the lurk player is down. The man that we assumed would be filling that role, Anger, is the one who in fact does it. desi's going to have to get out of plywood soon as Amali comes right around the corner for autimatic. Autimatic going towards broken, not able to make anything happen here. SEMPHIS still in mid with the deagle. We've got sancz working his way in towards connector with the Mag 7. On the hard flank, Valens a little bit behind the rest of his team. He's going to have to move faster than that as he's put a lot of weight onto his teammate's shoulder. SEMPHIS finds a 1v onto one, looking for another, but finally the lurk comes in. desi, one of the smarter players still remaining in CSGO for North America, stuck behind plywood, 55 HP. No grenades. All he's going to have to do is put a few shots down on SEMPHIS. Oh, the great shot from Valens, jumping up over plywood. And I believe there is still enough time left on the clock for the defuse. So Complexity win a nail-biter, and they're even going to escape with that AWP.
That's brutal. flowsicK needed to get that kill on SEMPHIS on that ramp. If he kills him, it's a 2v1 situation. And unfortunately, he doesn't get it done. He runs out of bullets and tries to pull out the Glock, but gets taken down. So because of that, I was about to say this is a great start for Winterfox because they have the money situation in their favor, and they can go B platform without any issues at all, have AKs, not have to worry about facing an op. But now SEMPHIS picks up the op because they won the round, and he's going to be able to do as much work as he needs to on that B site. And Valens with the Mag 7 once again, but it's going to be an eco round coming out of the T side team, and they're going to go towards A once more.
We'll see if roca can shut this down. He's got the FAMAS. He spots LeX in mid. He actually makes a great move here, moving towards the mid area. He's going to avoid a potential onslaught of terrorists. He's going to find himself up close, and wow, goes down quickly to flowsicK with the Tech 9. autimatic spraying away with that FAMAS, and that tight spray pattern on that rifle ends up benefiting him big time. It's on desi and XP3 here, the last two standing. Desi with the Tech 9 spots out one towards mid, but not able to come up with his frags. Both players go down. Valens with the Mag 7, again, using that gun to his advantage. SEMPHIS finds the last frag of the round with the AWP. So Complexity off to another solid start here, and economic control definitely a factor. They lose one and put one right back on the board. But it's going to be another buy round here for the T side. It's still interesting. Look at this. Valens and sancz sticking with the Mag 7s. I'm assuming one playing close on drop and then one playing close on broken. I'm not sure if they're going to be prepared for the AKs coming on board for Winterfox.
Not only is Valens taken out by Anger, but that drop. Anger gets full control of the drop. Let's see if he actually decides to hop down, and he does. So he's going to take control and gets flanked instead by autimatic. So fully forced situation, but the drop to hit that Mag 7 coming out again. That's good. Valens is doing a really, really good job picking up the Mag 7 kills. It's going to be a 2v3 situation. This is perfect for Winterfox. They need to win this round. They need to control the economy for the seed team side team, and they need to make sure they don't have any more ops in SEMPHIS' hands.
Huge entries there from flowsicK to give themselves this 3v2 post-plant situation. They've got autimatic right on the other side of the smoke. XP3 lurking around the bend. He's going to spot the arm of autimatic. Autimatic with quite a bit of bullets. XP3 going for the blind spray. Autimatic still trapped in this position. You can see flowsicK on the flank. Doesn't matter. XP3 gets the headshot onto autimatic. So that's now 4-2. They find themselves another round. And the money on the CT side in a state where they're not really going to be able to afford a buy. So I imagine we'll see some pistol armor in play here. Potentially that deagle on SEMPHIS. Yeah, there you go. And also some Mag 7s and M4s tossed around. These Mag 7s, very fond of them, is Complexity. And they're going to be going for, yet again, that 4-man stack towards B, putting a lot on roca to try and shut this down. He's armorless with the M4. Going to be a duel on broken between sancz and desi, and sancz wins that one easily. So they're going to find themselves an AK swapping out one of those Mag 7s, and that's a huge swing towards Complexity's favor.
I'm not sure that was the best idea for desi to get aggressive like that, but LeX takes down roca. It's going to be 44 situations, so the guns and the utility is going to be the favor for the T side. Autimatic and sancz both have rifles. Well, Valens has that Mag 7 that he's doing really, really good with in drop, and then SEMPHIS has a deagle. And they're going to group up, and looks like they're going to hit towards A. Bomb is going towards that long A connector. And sancz, or SEMPHIS rather, is going to be playing cannon with this deagle and see if he can make something happen. Two players are going to come up mid as well, and they're smoking this connector off. So these two choke points, the CT players are going to have to come through this, so they have to help SEMPHIS out. SEMPHIS taken out by LeX, and LeX gets taken out by Anger instead. So a little bit of a trade kill there, and a TK as well. And then Valens with that Mag 7, he gets pinched by Anger as well. So XP3 has the op, he's going to be looking connector, but instead, flowsicK will take him down. So you need to come up with a 1v2 situation. XP3, no. He actually hits him through the wall, I believe, and then flowsicK decides to end the round. So because Complexity forced up, it was a good idea, right? So if Complexity forces up, they win the round, and the money situation goes in their favor, which I think it was a good buy. Unfortunately, they didn't actually pick up the round, so instead, XP3 can continue to have that op. He's going to probably watch for a little bit of a push here. Let's see where he's headed instead. He's going to go towards mid. He's going to flash that mid connector, but CT team, full P250s. No deagles, no 5.7s, just some 250s here, looking to save as much money as possible. And they're going to be spreading out 3 people towards B. That 4-man stack doesn't look like it's going to be that for this run.
Autimatic's going to find himself in the cubby back towards broken wall in mid. It's SEMPHIS dropping to the op. Look at roca, though. I don't know if they realize roca's here. Gets up very close. flowsicK again. That's 2 in a row. Be careful, flowsicK. You're going to get kicked from the server. You killed LeX yet again. He makes up for it by taking down roca, but man, at what cost? Killing one of his teammates and crippling his own economy just a little bit. desi mopping things up on broken wall, finds 2, lining those frags up, and Valens now in drop zone with a P250, living on a wing and a prayer here if he wants to try and make anything happen. One right around the corner. That's going to be desi, who did pretty decent work over towards broken wall. Molly's going to rain out around the corner. It's not going to spread towards Valens. Actually, yes, it does. Valens is going to have to run right into desi. Great awareness there from the side of Winterfox. So despite the TK from flowsicK, they're going to take the round again. But oh goodness. LeX, sorry bud. You can see LeX says, I'm leaving. Let's just go ahead and, hold on, let's take care of this. I'm just going to report. Oh, it's not going to let me report. I'm trying to report flowsicK here for griefing, but it just isn't going to give me that capability.
It says, call me a ringer one more time. So SEMPHIS is going to go with the op. He doesn't have armor. And he actually picks up the kill on LeX. So aggressive play coming out. I don't think he expected it up, and roca picks up a frag as well. It's going to be an early start, 5v3. Valens again with that Mag 7 in the drop area.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. You watch a player like GetRight lock down drop, and he does so perfectly with P90s and Mag 7s. I mean, you saw how he decimated, I think it was Liquid when they played at DreamHack on Mirage, playing with a P90 and a Mag 7, just controlling the balcony area. Those close quarters, I mean, those guns are definitely viable and drop. I mean, of all the sections of any map, it seems like the most viable position to put a gun like that into play. Anything with a tight recoil pattern or a lot of damage if you're up close, it seems to work out nicely. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 right now with Complexity with the 5-3 for the side of Winterfox. They're going to be creeping their way out towards the broken wall. That's going to be Xp3 sort of leading the charge here with the AWP. He's going to toss that smoke up and set desi up for the entry frag. Desi getting into position. Jump peeking is going to be automatic in sight. He spots them out and actually retreats just in time. You can see that X-ray working out perfectly. These players just not able to spot each other. It's going to be Desi who finally chimes into the frag, looking for more, and wow, quickly Winterfox takes the site. Valens coming in on the flank, looking for some back towards broken wall. Gets one, goes down, and it's a 1v1. Xp3 and roca. Both these players duking it out. Xp3 with the AWP on site has to stick the plant. He's got that AWP, swaps it out for the AK, and wow, what a shot from Xp3! I thought for certain that roca was going to win that. He had solid positioning, and Xp3 just hits a nutty one onto Complexity's roca. And now it's kind of that force by eco territory here for Complexity. So it looked like it could be around there for Winterfox, or for Complexity ends up quickly switching to Winterfox. And now that 5v3 turned into a round, and they're up 5-4.
Xp3 is feeling it tonight. That was an unbelievable shot closing the round up for them. I mean, he needed that. He absolutely needed that for his team, and now they're going to control the money once more, and likely going to be 6-4 in their favor. Plus, they have a bunch of money if they stay alive. They need to keep as many players alive as possible to control a lot of money coming out of this. So if they're going to Molotov op, they're going to smoke off the choke points as well. And they're going to, CT team's going to try to push through this, which isn't always the best.
Oh, never mind. Try to interrupt you, tell you look at the flank, and automatic gets mowed down. Both players left standing here for the CT side. sancz and SEMPHIS trapped in connector behind the smokes. And they can't really do anything. They're just going to sit back here to these Deagles and try and find an exit, maybe pick up an AK, do some economic damage here to the T side. And T side not really getting too aggressive. Desi shoulder peeking the fence, and he puts quite a bit down onto sancz. Drops him to 17. But both players still sitting back. Ooh, I believe that was through the smoke. sancz goes down. SEMPHIS, the LMS with the Deagle. Looks like it's going to be the 6th round for Winterfox, and you had said it. Xp3 was feeling it a little bit in the first map, and he's feeling it here too. His scoreline doesn't necessarily reflect the impact he's had on rounds. It's all about those impact frags, and that last one in that 1v1 was a big one, because not only is it a round for Winterfox, but that could be a momentum shifter and the kind of thing you need to build some composure on your T side, and maybe it's that announcement of his engagement to female CS player Emily that's like got his heart pumping, the blood's just firing. He's just feeling really good, but we'll see if it continues to happen that way.
She's like, you get 30 frags, you got it, we'll get married, like
it's all on this, everything's on the table.
Right, I'll marry you if you get 30 frags.
LeX is actually going to get the opener, but roca peeks and kind of catching Winterfox off guard. They're not really a spot you expect to run into two players. It's going to be long. So they get that opener, assume it's empty, and roca finds 2 of his own, so the trade swings in favor of the CT side. roca's going to smoke it off as well, but there you go. The drop control from Anger as he takes down sancz, quickly moving into connector. Little does he know, Valens just waiting right on the other side. Papa Valens taking him out. So it's a 2v3 now. Things swing back towards Complexity. Xp3 working up long with the AWP, and they've got desi coming up mid. He's already found himself in towards the second set of doors in mid. Over towards cannons, we've got roca waiting and able. Valens gets spotted out. He's going to move out of position. Could have gotten taken down by Xp3, but he just moves ever so slightly. And look at this. Valens creeping all the way in towards the balcony, and in the back of sight, we've got roca, and he is just going to play this bomb. Kind of giving me nightmares, reminding me of the Cloud9 versus Nip game from way back when, where Freiburg completely decimated the hopes of North America with this play. Not quite the same spot as it used to be, but roca peeks and does the same thing to Winterfox that Freiburg was able to do to Cloud9. Takes down both players from the back of sight. And it's going to be around here from Complexity now. 5-6 is your scoreline. Kind of a slugfest right now. No team really showing that they're dominant in this first half. They're just kind of trading rounds back and forth.
Winterfox needs a lot of rounds on T side though. This is where they're going to shine, and CT side I think they're going to struggle. I'd like to see them to get 10 rounds and they pick up this last 4. But Valens, again, he's loving that Mag 7 in there. So SEMPHIS looks like he's going to get aggressive with this up, and maybe he'll try to get a pick on this broken wall.
Desi working towards long, not going to spot anything. LeX right around the corner here. roca is there, but he's going to get pop flash. It's a great pop flash. Not many people realize there's even windows there. But look at roca. The positional awareness here just rotates through his own smoke. And he's going to find solid back long at the stairs. Xp3, though, with the AWP, gets the first frag of the round for the T side. So a big opener here for Winterfox, but seems like they've been getting those opening frags and not really capitalizing on them too much. roca, got to be careful here as he gets spotted. He's got the molly in hand, pre-fires the corner, hoping LeX will walk into it, but now he's pretty much a dead duck, and sure enough, he gets roasted. roca finds one, goes down immediately. Valens working his way towards balcony with the AWP. Molly's just about to rain out under his feet. Can't spot the player in sight. And wow, like that, it's on sancz. Trapped in towards B. The lurk from Anger works out wonderfully. sancz gets one, but at this point, he's got to just survive with his AK. I mean, they're going to be giving that 7th round to Winterfox, and the money on their side not looking so hot. He's got quite a bit on his back there. The defuse kit, molly, flashbang, and full armor alongside that AK, so he's going to try and save it, but good luck. They are swarming him from all angles. LeX moves in towards the drop room, and for some reason not able to spectate Xp3 here. A bit of a GoTV glitch, but Xp3 is the one that takes him out. We'll see if we can get that figured out, as I can't select Xp3. What's going on here?
Neither can I. I can't quite hit him. Everybody else I can get to, but fortunately not him.
Yeah,
but CT team's gonna have to. CT team's gonna go for a save. They do pick up 4 grenades, so let's see what they decide to stack. Maybe they're gonna throw a lot of nades. They're gonna try to nade drop instead. And this might actually work out.
They're gonna be going for this fast play right now, and ooh, they've got these pre-nades primed, but off the mark just a little bit. And the T side is going to swarm that site. Desi strikes first. flowsicK is there. LeX as well. Just kills for the entire squad. LeX is going to pick up a second, and roca all by himself rotating in from B. I mean, that happened so quickly. roca with the P250 working his way towards drop. A lot of damage dealt here to Winterfox. 5 HP on flowsicK, 28 on Desi. LeX looking potentially get team frag yet again by flowsicK. Anger is going to go down, though. A great shot from roca, and another one. A lot of damage down here, economically speaking. He's looking for a third and almost finds the body of flowsicK, the lowest player, the low man on the totem pole. Finally going to drop to LeX, who boosts up over into drop. But that was scary there, as Complexity was taking quite a bit of money out of the pockets of Winterfox. But now 8 rounds on the board for Winterfox, guaranteeing them at least the lead at half.
I'm surprised that Winterfox isn't hitting B more often, but they're doing a great job taking A. So in the beginning, I honestly thought that they would just have to be extremely dominant on taking the B site, but they've been doing great on both ends. And SEMPHIS doesn't actually have the op, so Xp3, let's see if he's going to get aggressive on anything. I can't spectate him. Oh, there we go. Okay, yes I can. SEMPHIS actually doesn't need an op. Takes down flowsicK instead.
Yeah, having some weird GoTV glitches here. Not able to spectate a few players, but looks like it's kind of sorting itself out. It's going to be a 4v4 right now. SEMPHIS and flowsicK are both down. Just want to point towards the scoreboard here real quickly. If you look at the scoreboard right now for Complexity, roca top fragging at 17 and 11. The closest player is autimatic at 8 and 10. If you look at the side of Winterfox, it's a much more evenly balanced and distributed load. All of the players kind of pulling their weight. So right now it's players like sancz who really need to step up and support roca, considering he's doubling up the nearest player, consistently having to make big plays, finding himself in 1vx situations. sancz is going to have to do it here, and he does so wonderfully. The Mag 7 kills coming simultaneously, but Anger takes care of both of those Mag 7s. He's going to spot out the one man behind the box as well, and now roca stuck behind connector. He comes out of the door. We've got Anger, very low on HP. 1 HP to be exact. Anger playing this perfectly here. Wraps out through connector. LeX wrapping around rectangle as well, but the smoke hasn't faded just yet. roca left playing ring around the Rosie. LeX, all he has to do is buy time. roca trying to spot out that last player. Doesn't have a kit. Has to go for the frag. Spams towards chicken coop, and the perfect positioning from LeX works out, and Winterfox takes that 9th round. So the final round of half, the 15th round, is going to be a force buy for Complexity. So things started out very promising for them, but economic control from Winterfox really ended up giving them the advantage here, and now they're at that potential 10th round, the round you said they needed to take if they wanted to take this map.
We might see a 3rd map coming out here. It's going to be a really, really, really quick beat. I like this map because they know that they don't have any utility and they have very minimal guns.
So they're going to get on Broken Wall early. It's going to be flowsicK leading the charge, looking for the entry frag here. They've got sancz on the opposite side of Rectangle. Moving in from drop is going to be valens. And surprise, surprise, valens using one of his favorite guns. It's the Mag 7. SEMPHIS chimes in first. Xp3 is going to come in with the AWP. Little does he know, there's another player right next to him. That was valens. Very interesting exchange there towards Broken Wall. You can see even desi is confused as to what just happened. flowsicK now in a 1v2 with very little HP. He's going to go down, so a round that really should have been Winterfox's ends up falling apart due to a little bit of a waltz in the smoke. And it's going to be a 9-6 half, which gives Complexity the capability to take pistol and tie it if they can win the anti-ecos.
I think that we saw more Mag 7 kills coming out of valens than we did see op kills coming out of SEMPHIS. I mean, he's just been a monster in that drop. And like you said, the best gun for drop, maybe not the best gun, but the best eco gun, obviously, is the Mag 7. It's cheap. You get $600 a kill for it, and you just go to town with it. Do you get 600 or 900? Not sure, but either way, you get a lot of money for a gun that's extremely cheap. So he keeps getting frags with it in that drop down area, and obviously roca helping out as well. 19 frags coming out of roca, and now we got 14 coming out of LeX as well. So 9-6 in favor of Winterfox going on the CT side team, but we know that Winterfox is going to struggle on CT side. I just think that with Complexity, depending on how many strats, who picked this map?
This was Complexity's pick.
Okay, so I would assume that they're going to have multiple strats coming out, but we have 4 sets of armor and 1 flashbang out of valens. Let's see if they're going to do something quick on the B site. The CT team decides to stack B, so it's going to be 4 players on B site.
They're just going to swarm the site. valens gets the first one. SEMPHIS takes care of another valens with the Tech 9. He's just going to push on through. sancz is going to plant the bomb. There's 3 players drop room right now for Winterfox. desi down very low, 3 points of health. sancz in the back of site holding down Chicken Coop. Coming in from the window is going to be valens. valens gets one, looking for another. desi right around the corner, very low, and valens finds a 4K on pistol round. A player who is usually not heralded for his fragability, which is a term that people who bet in CSGO tend to apply to players they think aren't very good at this game. valens, a very smart player, and he gets himself in good positioning there, coming in from the window, catching both of the CTs off guard, and proves that he can absolutely get those kills when he needs it. A huge 4K, capitalizing on the Tech 9 strengths. And it's going to be now 7 rounds, and potentially a tie score coming in here for Complexity as they get the opener. They're going to lose one immediately to a nice Wandi from LeX. He's over towards Broken Wall. SEMPHIS there for the trade out. LeX still up close. Goes down to SEMPHIS as well. SEMPHIS looking for a third. He's going to spot it. The 4th man of the round for the 4th kill finally coming in. That's Xp3 on the B site. Very quick rounds here for Complexity. And Winterfox not really able to do much of anything outside of that 1 deeg from LeX.
That's the scary thing, right? Is that if you have a deagle and you do get a 1 deeg, it's hard to kill anybody else that's pushing you because you have to let that recoil set and you just gotta go for a few more frags after that. But if they push you, it's really, really hard to actually get, you know, multiple 1 deegs after a time. It's typically just 1 deeg, reset, and then you gotta wait a little bit. But if they just push you, there's nothing they can do. So good full-on aggression coming out of Complexity gives them the round. It looks like they're gonna go with 3 Tech 9s instead, so maybe another push here, and they're going to actually spread out a little bit. 4 players in the CT team are going to be playing towards that B site, but full save. This should be an easy round for Complexity. It should even out at 9s, but Xp3 will be able to buy an off next round.
You never know, though. The pistol rounds in this game have been pretty impressive, and sometimes you see teams go for the 4 spy, and somehow they manage to take a round with just USPs and P2Ks. It happens all the time. I don't see it happening here, though, and they're going to lose that first player. That's going to be SEMPHIS, who gets the man towards the back of Broken Wall. roca making his way in, looking for desi, who's hiding behind the fountain, and there you go, just like we said. Oh, and look at this, the flank from Xp3. If he plays this right, he could time it and take down the bomb. Oh, Xp3, we need to have a chat about that one. The bomb hitbox has been fixed. He's going to get the bomber planter, but that's all he's going to get. Now flowsicK playing the smoke game right now with valens. Right on the other side, he's got this Mag 10, looking for an opening. He's finally going to take it, and now it's a 1v1 with 30 seconds left. The bomb is on sancz, and sancz wrapping around towards the rectangle, almost catches him off guard. Complexity squeak one out, and like we said, it's some sort of strange phenomenon in Counter-Strike where players go for the 4 spy, they lose it. Then for some reason, the ensuing round where it's just P2Ks and USPs, there's not even a nade, and it somehow becomes a very close round. And the economic damage there from the side of Winterfox could actually be huge. If they can take this round, they will have put themselves in a really strong position because they will be forcing an eco from the side of Complexity, and that's a great start here. as Xp3 legs roca and takes down valens in mid.
It didn't just do too much damage economically because there were so many Mac 10s out of the T side, so plenty of the players have a little bit of money, about 3k apiece. But there's SEMPHIS picking up a frag on desi. Xp3 got taken down earlier as well, so 3 players for CT, 4 for the T side team. roca has very little HP, but unfortunately T's have full control of the site, and CTs, like we mentioned earlier, those choke points are so hard to get through without any flashes or smoke grenades to come through. You typically don't want to go through a smoke, obviously, and then if someone's watching either end, it's really hard to flank as well, so the CT players will save these guns. LeX and flowsicK, they don't have a whole heck of a lot of utility, but they'll save what they have. flowsicK and LeX both have M4s, and they're going to sit in that B site. Let's see if the T side team exits together, if they're going to try to go for these frags. I would assume, because they don't have too much money sitting on SEMPHIS, that he'll at least save, but he did pick up a 2k for the round with that up.
You know, Winterfox just content to live and let lie here. They want to hold on to these rifles if possible. But obviously, Complexity aware of that fact. Probably not aware that both these players are in B. autimatic spamming away towards chicken coop. LeX spots the barrel and gonna get the kill. SEMPHIS drops in towards drop room. Ooh, almost hits the shot on flowsicK, who creeps away at the last second behind that box. So 10-9, Complexity take that lead. Winterfox controlled it for a majority of that first half, but it finally slips away here towards the second half. And it's going to be a force buy here for the side of Winterfox. 2 FAMAS, a P90 on Xp3, and he's actually going to take that long, so it's not going to be dropped. It's going to be a 4-man stack here for the side of Winterfox as they push towards B. The drop wall play here from SEMPHIS with the MVP trying to get close and spot a player trying to get aggressive, knowing that it's going to be a kind of an awkward buy here from the CT side, hoping to catch them off guard with that aggressive play. Anger throws the smoke in towards drop, and with desi on the pallet, it seems to indicate that Anger is going to boost up over. The question is whether or not they're going to go for it. They decide to back off, maybe just taking a little bit too long, a little bit leery of that potential play. And this is a really good call here. They can see Xp3 rotating towards door, desi up close, or actually Anger up close on drop. The molly, I'm not sure if that came from the T side or not, just holding off the push. desi on broken wall, waiting for these players. He's got a molly in hand. He's going to bank it right around the bend. He's going to buy them some time. And Anger gets the first one. desi with the molly frag on the second, the barbecue. And he's going to be able to catch valens off guard as well. Looking for another one. roca's up close. roca takes him out. It's him and sancz versus the world right now. And just roca now 1v3 over towards drop, or broken wall for that matter. He's going to toss that nade over rectangle. Actually should do quite a bit of damage. Takes out Anger and drops Xp3 down to 24 points of health. And this round is entirely manageable here for roca, and we know just how talented this player is. He's going to flash himself out. He's going to get a smoke on the site as well, but the smoke not giving him full cover. He finds himself picking up a second, peeks and takes down Xp3. He's going to go for the plant in the smoke. The question is, will LeX force the issue, or will he play this 1v1? And he's going to be able to catch roca off guard right on the edge of that smoke. Winterfox escape the round just barely to tie it up at 10 apiece. But what's scary is how much that round just cost them. I mean, you can see the amount of money they expended in that round. They're going to be a little bit broke here, whereas the T side still has plenty of money to go for a buy here. So it's going to be a weak buy from the CTs versus a strong buy from the Ts, and a potentially eco reset here for Winterfox, where they could find themselves on back-to-back pistol rounds if they lose this one.
I just want to mention how amazing the CT side team did with what little utility that they had. They just used the Molotov and the smoke so precisely in that round. They didn't have many to use, but when they did, it made a huge impact. So, 2 players are going to be playing long here at A. Let's see if they can pick up a kill with Xp3.
They've got desi. Basically, they're playing the role that Complexity played, the double man on long. They spot the first one, and I don't think they're aware that desi's here, but they're going to pre-fire him anyway, and desi just kind of caught in an awkward situation. And there's really not a whole lot he can do about that. Autimatic towards broken wall. 2 players working up towards long A. It seems like it's a bit of a fake right now. They're just seeing if they can pick off some of these players on A while keeping the bomb over towards B. Up towards on the broken, or towards long, that's going to be Anger, and Anger is going to take down both players. And that is going to kind of show the hand of Complexity here. He's going to realize that's it. They're not here. They're coming towards B, and the flashes and smokes mollies as well going to kind of indicate that side of Winterfox. LeX on rectangle drops off, trying to spot some heads towards broken wall. His support goes down, finds a bullet, and only 1 bullet onto the man wrapping around towards rectangle, but comes down to yet another 1v1. Bomb down in the site. Anger with the AWP, a gun we don't see him use. and he manages to use it nonetheless to take down autimatic. Surprising, to be perfectly honest. Anger, a very talented rifler, but not someone you're used to seeing pick up that AWP, and a massive play from him there in drop zone. And Winterfox, again, narrowest of margin. Another one-man left situation, and they managed to capitalize. And it's going to give them the lead yet again here in round 22. 11 to 10 is going to be the scoreline. Fast play in mid could potentially take down Xp3, and that op wasted for the side of Winterfox.
Another huge round individually coming out of Anger. I mean, there's been a lot of individual plays, 1v1 situations, LeX, and 1v1 and roca twice, winning both of them. So it's going to be low HP in SEMPHIS and roca with 3 players left alive for the CT team, but LeX gets taken down by autimatic. So it's going to be a 2v4 situation. There's desi. Picks up one with the MP7, takes up 2 as well. roca takes it down. And they're so low. Anger, another kill into SEMPHIS. Both these CT players are in the A site, but valens, he's actually going to go towards B. This can be a huge round if valens plants for himself. And he doesn't actually plant for himself here. He's going to get aggressive. He's going to try to turn this 2v1 situation into 1 or 2 1v1s instead. Desi's going to be coming through the doors with his teammate Anger. Anger spamming a little bit. Does spot out valens. Only gets taken out through the door. So valens gets into another 1v1. Desi low on HP. He's going to be coming around this rectangle on the left side. Desi, can you pick this right from team? No, you cannot. Valens right in the dome. 3K for him.
It's a slugfest right now.
That was a really good play by valens. He realizes that I mean, obviously the play was a 3v4, and it came down to a 1v2, which is kind of ugly for complexity because the Winterfox team was so good, in the A site. But valens decides, you know, let's go B. I'm gonna turn this into a 2 1v1 situation. That's exactly what it did. Takes down Anger through the door. Beautiful shot by him. So huge play. And if they would have lost that round, they would have been a little bit lackluster in the money situation.
This is going to get dropped mid here by roca. Xp3 working over towards long. Might be able to spot ahead of the player at the bottom of the stairs as they walk past, but the smoke is going to rain out and prevent him from doing so. In the back of the site, we've got Anger over towards the door with LeX just spamming away through the smoke. On the long flank is going to be flowsicK. Spots valens, but drops off the wall at the last possible second. Down goes the player in mid. LeX trapped behind a smoke. Good luck, buddy. It's going to be quite difficult for you here. autimatic right on the other side, just spamming away with that Tech 9, hoping to catch LeX, just trying to push through. LeX sitting in the smoke with a knife. Maybe just trying to get some money here as he sits behind the door. And I can imagine the comms right now a little bit silly on the side of Winterfox as he's looking for a potential knife frag. With autimatic right on the other side of the door, he might be able to find it. All autimatic needs to do is peek blindly, but autimatic's actually going to run back towards the site, so LeX isn't going to be able to get that knife frag today. Peeks and gets the shot onto autimatic, but just can't quite connect with the head. autimatic turns around and a hailstorm of bullets from that Tech 9 is able to take care of LeX. But, you know, when we talk about valens, a lot of times people talk about him and say, you know, he's the low man on the totem pole performance-wise for the side of complexity. But in my mind, he's still one of the smarter players playing in Pro League and all of these top-tier leagues. And the reason why is I have seen the nuttiest clutch ever, and it was by valens. It was 1v5 on Cash versus Area 51, and he ninja defused with all 5 players for Area 51 still in the bomb site. So the man has a brain that works out wonderfully. So you can argue all day about whether or not he has the aim to get the frags, but the brain came out big in that previous round. I mean, that's kind of what makes a player worthwhile. It's going to come down to a crazy round here. Slaughter back and forth. Valens, the LMS right now with the AK coming in towards drop zone. He's got Anger and desi left to take care of. And again, this player we were just speaking of, that smart player, he's going to creep back towards rectangle and find the bomb. And we'll see if he can get this post-plant situation to work towards his favor. I would be surprised if the T or CT side didn't boost up over here. It looked like they wanted to go for it, but they're both just going to swarm the site, and they're going to go for a crossfire. valens peeks and takes down the first one. And it's basically a repeat of the last clutch round, except desi this time, and a little bit better of a situation HP-wise. Great molly from valens, but he just can't spot desi out in time. 12 to 12. Back and forth. These teams are just ping-ponging rounds. And it's Winterfox who survived another close one. Every round they've taken in the second half has come down to a 1v1.
That was really scary for desi not to go with his teammate to try to kill valens at the same time. So Anger went right and desi went left. I'm not sure why they would split up in that situation, but Anger was just full pushing him. And I think that desi should have traded the kill. Instead, he turned it into 2 1v1s again for valens. And valens came up top last round, and round before last, sorry. And then last round, desi won. So just, you're right, it turned into a scary 1v1. I don't think that was necessary. But Xp3 is going to get aggressive, but T-side team's going to go towards B. Once again, we haven't seen a whole lot of A play come out of complexity.
We didn't see a lot of it from Winterfox. Anger's going to get dropped in drop room, an appropriately named area. LeX pushing on towards Rectangle. Spot one goes for a second, and he gets it. A huge double kill there, tips the scales to a 2v2. Desi coming in on the flank, and Xp3 with the AWP watching the cross, and there you go. Takes out the bomb planter, and now it's on sancz, a man who's been struggling here. The bottom fragger for complexity desperately needs to take this round, or it could be an eco reset here for the side of complexity. He's sitting on the fountain. Desi's gonna peek, and a great headshot from sancz forces the 1v1. And an all too familiar situation here on the B side. The fake flash from sancz not gonna work this time. He's got, oh my goodness! A great headshot onto Xp3, who had fantastic positioning. sancz takes the round for complexity, and that was a swing round. Both teams needed to win that, or they were gonna be on an eco. And now it's an opportunity for complexity to get a 2-round lead, assuming they survive yet another gauntlet of pistols from Winterfox.
This late into this match, that is a huge round to lose. A 2v1 situation coming from sancz, and he ended up picking it up. But man, that shot on rock. Xp3's been on fire. For sancz to come up and say, you know what, let's do this. Takes him down, wins the 1v1 situation after the 1v2. Beautiful round by him. roca doing a monster once again. 30 frags for him so far.
flowsicK's going to get the only kill of the round here for Winterfox thus far. They've lost 2 players in Anger and LeX. They're going to find an AK and try and hold it towards the drop. flowsicK just kind of bombing and weaving, jumping between window and drop room. We're hoping to spot somebody out. Meanwhile, on the flank, we've got Xp3, but really far on the flank for what's happening right now. And I assume at this point, flowsicK's just going to be content to try and hold on to this AK or try to help his teammates pick up another one. As you can see, they're setting themselves up for exit frags. And it's going to put Xp3 in a pretty good position if he can hold this angle tight and spot out a player of complexity before he gets spotted out himself. Oh, goodness gracious. Never mind. roca bunny hopping around the corner. Xp3 just can't quite hit that moving target. And they lose the AK on flowsicK as well, so not able to salvage that rifle for yet another round. They're down 2 rounds now, and they're going to force up. This is dire straits right now for Winterfox. They're not willing to play for the tie. They want to play for the win, and as a result, they're basically playing for the loss or win. They lose this, it's eco for the final round. So they're in a must-win situation with 4 FAMAS, 1 kit, and a scout on Xp3.
flowsicK really needed to save that AK there. He could buy his teammate a FAMAS, and his teammate could buy up some utility, but instead he lost the AK and didn't actually get anything out of that round. So what could have been a beautiful AK coming in, unfortunately, it doesn't happen. So Xp3, like you said, picks up a scout. It's going to be slow play coming out of complexity, watching for any pushes. I like this. And SEMPHIS is going to have an op on the other side. He hasn't really been too impactful, I would say, with that op so far, versus Xp3. He's been a monster with the op, but why do you need that when you have roca dropping 31? And then valens, 22 frags, and I do want to pressure point is that valens, he buys a lot of odd guns when he knows that he can get away with it, right? So he buys a lot of MAC-10s and picks up a lot of money, but he also donates a lot of weapons to his team as well. So not only being smart, but he's more of a support player, and he does it really well.
Yeah, there's more to support players than just throwing grenades, and that's one of the big ones, is economic support. It's going to be roca who gets the opening frag, but it's over towards A. They're making their way out towards drop. LeX should be able to spot 2, and he does. A great lineup there. The boost position works out wonderfully. They are going to drop Anger over towards drop room. flowsicK puts some shots into desi's back, kind of confuses him a little bit. All 3 players for the side of Winterfox trapped
roca's
in the same exact area, and roca already making his way in towards the door. Like you said, he's going to be pushing through. He's going to spot LeX off guard. 1, 2, and now it's on desi here in drop room. roca right around the corner. All you have to do is play the positioning, and roca, a huge 4K on the lurk. And he ends up getting a massive round, and I don't know if it's a glitch for me or if roca's bayonet is really that bizarre. It's got to be a glitch. It's a combination of the redline skin and the slaughter skin or something. I don't know what's happening. A strange glitch with his knife. I swear I'm not doing it on purpose. But either way, getting a little distracted. It's complexity now, who is just one round away from closing this out. And they're going to start off great with the kill on desi, and it's an eco round here, a force buy from Winterfox. This is pretty much all she wrote.
You know, that last round, LeX has been pretty good on the bomb side. Here's Xp3 takes on one, almost getting the kill on SEMPHIS. He's about half HP, but LeX, buddy, you got a long way to go. 1v4 situation to tie this up or get another round at least. Status at the very end. Just take down one, that's a bomb. Automatic comes in. So roca, 36 kills, 36 frags on this match. That's insane.
Yeah, a huge game from roca, setting his team up there for the victory. So Complexity takes it 2-0 over Winterfox, but probably a lot closer than people would have anticipated. I mean, if you watched the game they played just prior to this match, and face it, they got shredded by Complexity. I mean, shredded. 13-2. That was the first half score, and that was Complexity on the T side of Mirage. Looked a lot better here for Winterfox, but they just couldn't quite make it. 16-12 both maps going Complexity's way. So that's going to be it for us tonight, guys. That's just our one game. We've got another one tomorrow night, and that's going to be Noble versus Complexity. And I hope to join you guys again. This is my first time casting for StarLadder. I hope I met your expectations. Reminder, my name is Bach. With me tonight has been Hano. We really appreciate the support, guys, but like we said, we will see you tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern or 4 a.m. if you're in the European region. It's 4 a.m. CET, so if you're willing to stay up that late, hats off to you. But thank you so much for the support, guys, and we will see you tomorrow night.